Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne Netter here. Third day at the Jindalee Bowls Club for the quarterfinals. And we'll get underway soon. I'll bring up the microphones of our two commentators, Jim C. and Michael Sorensen, the Hollywood. They just can't hear themselves just at the moment, so I'll fix that while they're introducing themselves and what's happening today.
Okay, let's go. We're having trial ends, as you can see, and this game we're live streaming Kane Nelson with Bonnie Atwell, playing Dan Hollingsworth and Robert Brigelia.
Welcome everyone this morning, this beautiful Sunday morning. The suns are shining, there's a light breeze coming across the club. Beautiful setting down here at Jindalee Bowls Club, so if you've got nothing on, get on down here and support the club and have a great day watching some of the best bowlers in Queensland.
Okay, sorry, I can hear with this lot.
I'm still deaf.
Okay, it's reasonably loud, and we've got a few people lining up. We've got Jockey Hayes. Colin Hayes is watching. Probably road track work somewhere this morning.
He's probably counting nuts and bolts and screws down at Mitre 10.
Ray Marshall, Ron Piggott. We've had Lester on here a couple of times. Andrew Roberts, Anne Marie, and Mark Spring. We're going for a big day today. We've had a couple of big days. We've been commentating 11 hours on Friday, 11 hours on Saturday. They've been winning their section and then having to win a post-sectional to get to the quarterfinals. They've got $500 a team if they get beat in this round, so the money starts to add up as we go along to $2,500, I think, for the first prize. And we're quite hopeful of a certain team winning because someone has drawn them in the sweep. I don't know how much the sweep is worth, but money for nothing, and yeah, nice to draw one of the favourites in the sweep. Sorrow, you better kick things off.
Well, we're going to have a really good match here. We've already seen Kane and Bonnie on the live stream earlier. I don't think we've seen Daniel and Robert yet. Daniel and Robert are both from the Sunshine Coast. Daniel now bowling out of Kawana and Robert out of Tawantinoosa. Not too far for them to travel.
I didn't have much of an idea of Bonnie. I've never seen her play till the section, and she just dominated on Friday. First two games she drew within a foot of the kitty all the time, and how many times she drew a front knocker just to carry Kane across the line. Of course, Kane plays his normal game all over the jack, but we only have one lady player down into the last 16. Out of the 8 teams we have left, she's the sole lady player and has played exceptionally well on Friday. She brings that form here. They're every chance of going deeper into this competition.
No doubt.
Tim Parry.
He's at Club Marucci.
Some of us are cheering for Club Marucci now after the draw.
Guess who drew the Club Marucci side?
Oh.
So there's a good representation from the southeast corner. We've got Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast and the Cunningham District. It's a good spread of bowlers across the bottom side of the state, and it's going to be a very hard fought 3 games for the winner from here.
Half of these teams played 4 games yesterday, finishing up 7 o'clock or so last night. And the other half played 4 games on Friday to win 4 games to get through to this stage.
So they've had a whole day to think about it?
Had a whole day to think about it, and most of them jumped onto the live streaming and just watched a bit of it to see how the green was going.
Checked out the form.
how the actual sun shone yesterday. People were getting sunburned in Brisbane.
Sunburn anywhere in Queensland at the moment, it's a rarity.
We have another guest commentator we're keeping out of the room at the moment, but we might have to bring him on for a little bit, in Graham Shillington. Shillo was on Friday, commentated for 2 games Friday, and Sorrow we brought in yesterday to commentate 3 games. And he's silly enough to back up today for nothing.
Correct. We've got some special comments on Shillo a little bit later, but we don't want to start too early with the Shillo comments.
We're getting fairly close to kick-off. We've still got 1 green rolling. That's this main game.
Was that the first end of the final of this game? Just played then? Or was that? Nope. Second roll up.
Second roll up.
Thank goodness.
Everybody else has finished their trial ends.
Remembering, if you want to see how this draw works, it's on Bowls Link.
And the results are on Bowls Link.
Correct.
Probably the player of the Friday was Matty Sargent. Him and Chris Monk won some incredible games, incredible scores in games. Now, after rain for 37 days in a row, whatever the record in Brisbane is, the greens are running better than you could hope for.
Well, they've stood up to the punishment of bowlers walking over it for 2 solid days.
There's a bit of juice coming out of the green mid-morning both days. It was that saturated that you could see the footprints coming up, and the standard of bowls, while it was on a holding green, appears to be running excellently at the moment. Perhaps just finished rolling it. There's a bit to do with that, but we'll see what happens in 4 ends when the rolling goes off the green.
When I arrived this morning at around 8 o'clock, green number 2 that's not being played on today, which hasn't had any work done to it, the greenkeeper wants to leave it for a bit, had a nice healthy dew across it, so it was probably like another night of rain, the amount of dew that fell on the green, so it's not going to increase the speed greatly from the last couple of days, but being pleasant enough to not have to stand out there in drizzling rain and having the nice warm Queensland sun beating down on you would be a lot different to what we've been suffering in the last few weeks, months. Fuzzy feedback.
Tim Parry's got a fair bit of control of this, of my screen. Steve G's just coming up.
His Wi-Fi must be popping in and out. So you'll find this telecast on YouTube and Bowls Queensland Facebook. If anyone can't find it, let them know. And again, if you've got nothing better to do and you're in the Jindalee area, pop on down, support the club, get to see some really good live bowls.
$12,000 pays down to 8th. These people have got to the 8th, so they'll get $250 each if they get beaten. And it just about doubles or triples each game as we go. I missed that little bit.
The Sailor Green's running. Yeah.
Time the green at 13. At that rate, after about 4 ends, when the rolling goes off, it'll be 12.
11 and a half maybe.
Then the sun will get it and it'll be back to 13. And these players are experienced enough to know that that's what's going to happen.
But the playing surface itself looks absolutely immaculate. It's running nice and true, so that's all you really want from a green. As long as it's true, you can pick up the pace and the line.
That one's working. Yes, there's not a blemish on the greens. They're fantastic condition. To have them in this condition with so much rain.
And so much play.
I don't know how he hasn't got some sort of disease in it, with some sort of fungal disease anyway.
Oh, Scotty's one of the old school full-time greenkeepers. He treats it like his baby. And my working with the club through Bowls Australia for the last 6 years or so, coming in and supporting with high school programs, the greens never looked any different. It's been amazing, and especially in that early part of the year. So we normally do term 1 with the Centenary High around the corner. It's normally quite wet, and just coming back in from renovations, and it still runs immaculately.
I haven't heard the bell go yet.
There we go.
We have heard the bell go.
You're psychic.
It was coming up soon.
Oh, Jimmy, one of your best.
You're the sidekick. Let's go. Simon Wood's out of bed.
No, he'll be watching from bed.
His name was banded around the table just before.
Good stuff.
Well, not bad anyway.
Well, seconds out. No low blows.
And we have had a bit of trouble over the last 22 hours of commentary with people not used to being live streamed, standing smack over.
Well, that's when the cameraman gets the camera in the right place.
That's somewhere where you want to start, just behind the jack. Mal Elegich, there we are. Q&A for Jim. Who are better, Shillo at his best or the two youngsters?
Oh, Shillo by far.
Shillo was... I better not say that, he might be listening. Great shot, first bowl. She puts down exactly where she left off on Friday. No, definitely Shillo there, Mel. The other boys have got another 20 years to try and catch as good as Shillo was. Breakfast in bed, watching a replay of the Danny Kamiri game.
Told you to be in bed.
Yeah. I couldn't get Scotty the greenkeeper's name, but I have got now. It's Lapthorne.
One of the best.
His surname. I couldn't dig it out.
I don't know why you're punishing yourself watching that replay, Simon. Danny's already come and apologised. I don't know why he's apologising to me, but...
I don't know about apologise, but he bought me a drink.
He bought me one too.
Well, there you go. It's had nothing to do with any nice things we said about him on the commentary.
Well, hopefully he hasn't watched it back. You have to keep all the sharp instruments away from you. And he's very disappointed in his last couple of ends. That happens. As Robert just drops underneath.
He had a little sneaky look at it.
And Kane Nelson, one of the best bowlers in Australia, if not the world at the moment. And has been for a good couple of years now.
I think he's rated 5 or 6 in Australia at the moment, isn't he?
They call him Sugar Kane.
But, well, we're not going to go into that story so soon. We'll get to that story after a few ends. Let's watch a bit of this and we'll...
Similar line.
We'll figure out whose bowls are whose, because...
Well, the maroon and the light green are the Hollingsworth and Brigilla. And Kane has the multi-green and black, and
this is a great home.
Bonnie has the white.
Gets in behind it.
And now Bonnie's one down.
Bonnie's 2 up.
But 1 down. It's too early.
Yeah, well, I haven't been able to bring myself to call Kane sugar yet because
Nah, me either.
that belongs to another couple of people. I was always called sugar when I first came down to play Premier League, and being an ex-cane farmer, they used to put Hamilton always played the song for each player, and mine was "Sugar, sugar, my honey, honey," and everybody used to say, "Why do they call you sugar?" And I used to say, "Because I'm so sweet," and that used to put them off for a good 3 or 4 ends.
It certainly would.
But we were playing South Tweed this time, and they're calling this bloke on the next rink Sugar, and I said, "Hang on, buddy, I'm Sugar. You can't be Sugar. What's your name?" And sure enough, it was Kane Burns, who was a top player. I don't know whether he played for Queensland, but a really top bowler, well sought after. And if your name was Kane Burns, I said, "I am no longer Sugar. Sugar Kane Burns is definitely Sugar, and I have never been Sugar from that night." I'm still called Sugar by Vardy and a couple of old sticks, but I gave up the name when Kane Burns was around.
Sugar Cane Burns.
If he wasn't the real Sugar, I'm not telling this story again.
Well, the Sunshine Coast boys have been attacking straight from the word go. This looks like a good line, except I think he's just going to stay high.
Going to give me a good 4-foot pass, possibly in a good spot. Don't want to widen the target. And she's got a long covering one. She only just has to get around that bowl to be, oh, well, not too much in.
Oh, there you go. That's 3.
That's how to draw one.
The old 13-second draw.
Even when she didn't get to the right spot, it worked out.
I've got to say, the Algester colours, they look really good.
Depends who's wearing them.
There's quite a few of them out there today.
How quick.
Looks controlled. And he looks tight again, though.
Oh, it wasn't that quick. I thought he was quicker than that.
Yeah, so
Looking
did
at
I.
the delivery, he was probably flat out making Jack high. Leave it be at the moment, Kane. Get round the back somewhere, probably a metre behind.
Yeah, where that maroon bowl is would be a good spot to end up.
You got last bowled, if you could miss, to make a 4th one with your last bowl. Don't want to be trying to get more than 4 in one go.
Well, even if he finds that gap and gets through behind by 2 feet, it's still going to count.
Going to sit this down.
That's not too bad. Well, that's... Oh, he can get a clear view at the jack. Not ideal, but Robert's got to be good enough to get
I'll
it.
tell you soon.
He's looking all right. It might be just a little high, is he? It's coming now.
He's just about got this.
I think he's still 1 down.
Some sort of a bowl.
He was in a world of hurt if he missed.
Ooh, what a good shot. Like, he played it with a foot away. Now we've got a jack disappearing over on the next green. Bards will go and smack it on the tee. If he can fit it on the tee, it looks like there's
He's confused.
bowls there already. Oh, we're going to have a crack at this.
Kane's liking taking this bowl out for a few.
He must be 1 down.
Oh, he might be now. If he wasn't 1 down before, he might be now. And if he was 1 down before, he could be 2 down.
We haven't got a helicopter to see what's going on over the top of them.
And he's rolling Kane's bowl out. No, he's not. Oh, umpire's called first end.
Umpire's call, and as Daniel indicated, 1/2 inch. Simon Wood has just completely filled my screen. I was going to say something nice about him, but nobody else can get their name on the screen at the moment. Anne Greer is heading down, expecting to see some great matches, which you will see.
Well, I will guarantee that you'll see some great matches.
You see some great umpiring here. Like, if I was the umpire, I'd just have a bit of a look over the top and kick the bowls out and say that's 2. Oh, there's miles of room for the second shot.
Well, I'm guessing this is for shot.
No, I think they took that one out.
Because where I thought it was the dark green bowl or the greener bowl that was the shot bowl behind the jack. But,
well, we got no idea what's going on. We haven't got a helicopter to look over the top.
We've got an umpire that's going down rather than up.
Steve G. Got a few people out of bed watching on a Sunday, this time of the day.
Well, they've all been to church and they've got something to do now. Gone to the morning mass.
You're supposed to talk sensibly here, Sorrow.
I wasn't talking about us.
Michael Smith. Hello, Michael. That was one of our Queensland exports we sent down south. Could reach the head when required.
Could reach the head. And we've rolled out the white bowl.
And
So I'm guessing that was the shot.
we're going to say 2. I'm not putting anything on that because I've got no idea really.
I'm reckoning it was 1.
I heard him say 2.
Sorry?
I think I heard.
You third
I'm
say
going to
2?
put 2 on there,
All right, we'll
and
put
if
2
I
on
get
there.
it wrong, I'll change it back later.
You won't get it wrong, Jimmy.
Daniel nearly pulled Kane's bowl out to start with, but then he realised it was
Touching.
needed the other bowl needed chocking. So I think Kane's bowl was shot. They could have easily lost 2. As it was, the others had 2 bowls within 3 inches for 2 down, possibly 2 down. Al Elegich, looking at the green, I'm now convinced blue gear is cheaper. Okay. Righto. No, you won't want that back. How's our one job?
Toucha.
One job. Where's the toucher button?
Oh,
Wrong
Oh,
button.
he's advertising already.
Wrong button, toucher.
Bit of dual.
Someone moved my cheese.
Well, you're the one that's in control of it, so you're the only one that could have moved it.
One job.
The lot went last night.
Michael
That's all
Smith says no good being short.
We had a car run into an electricity pole and took the power out, so everything has been reset.
We've had no power here for nearly the whole night, and there was no power to mow the greens at the right time.
Good shot, Daniel.
Daniel started with 2 good ones.
Yeah, how inconsiderate was it of that person running into a power pole?
Yep.
What'd that power pole ever do
You
to
know
them?
why he ran into the power pole?
Because it was there.
No. I wasn't trying to crack one. I was relating to what Jeff Chappell said, that the police come and took him away because he admitted to sniffing glue. He was sniffing aerosol and was off his face sniffing aerosols. So the police, he tried to run away, couldn't run. And the police have him under control at the moment.
Well, that's not good.
Needs a bit of help. You got to hit that in the centre pocket. No, missed it. While we've got Michael Smith listening in, we tell a little story that caused such a ruckus at, it still does in district sides. Brisbane North was playing the Sunshine Coast at Sandgate about 02, 20 years ago, say. And they brought the rule in that you had to finish the end if it was killed after the bell. So Michael was playing for the sunny coast. Brisbane North the game was over. 3 teams were in the bar, and Michael was out playing Alex Murtagh, and they killed the end after the bell. And they put all their bowls in, hello Barrow, and they killed the end after the bell. They put their bowls in the bag and they walked off, and the umpires sent them out to play again. There was a 25-minute break between game 2 and game 3, and so thrilled about being sent out to green when Brisbane North were 20 in front overall, and it made no difference whatsoever. Alex Murtagh killed the next end. Michael Smith killed the next end. Alex Murtagh killed the next end. The bell had gone to play round 3.
And they were still playing.
And they killed 2 more ends. And we played 12 ends in the last game between Brisbane North and the Gold Coast. You might have even been involved in that,
I'm pretty sure I was in that rink.
And we still have trouble with this replaying finishing the last end. We've had to shorten it up in the district sides this year because our time frame between games at getting lunch down and whatever. It's been a nightmare since that, and the silliness of the rule has been exposed by Michael Smith and Alex Murtagh that day. We actually, at Brisbane North, when I was chair of Brisbane North at that stage, we brought in that we would not be doing anything. If it was dead after the bell, it was dead, and Bowls Australia made us change it back.
Bonnie's got the speed here. She's going to be close.
Needs a bit of a straightener. Ooh, that's a bit of a straightener.
So with those rules you're talking about, why can't there just be a little clause put in there saying common sense can also have a say?
Oh, come on.
Common sense will prevail. We talk about it a lot at the Bowls Queensland meetings.
You're talking about lawn bowlers.
Common sense is not common.
Well, why can't it be?
Because you're either born with common sense or you're not born with common sense. And I can tell you right here and right now, there's not a lot of common sense out there.
Common sense is a very funny little phrase.
I refer to the scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where the 2 pirates say, well, the rules are more like guidelines.
Correct.
Yes, I've never broken a rule, but I've bent a few.
It's like trying to bend a piece of sugar cane, isn't it?
She nearly got to that jack. Nearly got to that jack. Wow. Wow.
Ooh. That turned out to be a little ugly. Popped it out there though. He's going to get a better look at it until Kane hides it.
Well, Kane's talking about sitting that second shot jack high. Interesting little shot.
Yeah, especially with where the bowls are positioned behind the jack. He always likes to ask the question, Kane. He's never...
He's close too.
He's very close.
He's closely called. That's the bowl he wanted to sit on. Like that.
Oh, that'd be 3, you reckon? But Robert gets 3 feet of weight onto this jack, and
How many does he get?
a
5?
lot.
He doesn't want to get it all the way to that back bowl that we can see in the screen.
Well, he's on a good line if he's got the weight.
Oh, he's a bowl under.
Has he got the
It's
weight?
a bowl under.
Oh, it's a mighty effort. Probably 3 feet short of weight, really.
Probably. Yeah, perfect.
2.
2. At least we'll find out whether it's 2 that goes on to 2 when they do the scoreboard.
That'd make 4.
Oh, sorry, you're really
am on
early
fire.
Sunday morning. I didn't expect you to be able to get that one.
Well, I've got my first can of vitamin C in front of me, so...
Okay, I forgot about that. There's one of the
Yes,
volunteers,
it was
old mate
2.
there.
It was 2, so it's 4. And let's see if Bonnie can whack another one on it like she has the first 2 ends.
Michael and Matthew Peterson, 3 tests, Queensland under 18, Hamilton, best games by teenagers ever. Good, very true, Mel. So we're actually talking about,
Oh, look at this for another great start.
that's what she's there for, to draw a toucher with the first bowl, and she's pretty consistent at it.
Very consistent.
Now, we're discussing Matthew Peterson the other day when it must have been the $100,000 game down in Sydney, the Sydney six-a-side or whatever it was. It was only on a week and a half ago, and they called him Perm, you see, and someone says, we're talking about why he was called Perm. And he hasn't had a perm since he was a teenager, and we're talking 20 years ago. He was the leading New South Wales junior and got his hair permed for a game, and he's never been able to live it down. They still call him Perm, and he had his hair permed for about 3 days. He got rid of it as soon as they ragged him so much. I'm not sure how long he had it for, but he was always known as Perm from that particular day that New South Wales played at Hamilton Bowls Club while I was the coordinator there. Queensland New South Wales test for the juniors.
Obviously his mother wasn't the hairdresser, because surely she would have talked him out of it.
And Matty Peterson's been called Perm ever since that. I'm not sure how long he ever kept the perm, but I can tell you that he was getting a bit over it.
Well, he was under it. Something you have to don't worry about, Jim?
Trevor Argent, we don't do hair jokes, sorry. As Wally King was on, and Wally King will tell you. He sat down to tell some jokes. He said, here's the rules. There's no hair jokes, there's no fat jokes, and there's no nose jokes. There's not many topics left.
You got ears. There's plenty of ear jokes. Here comes Kane. He's going to slip past.
He didn't really want to snick it either.
No, but it's ended up in a good home.
I'd be excused if I have to look around at some of these other games being a controlling factor in
In the little sweep.
the Percy Khan Junior combination. It's like I'm completely unbiased but cheering for them. It's nothing like talking through your kick.
Yeah, well, I drew Moama in the four-a-side down at Helensvale, and being the bowls coordinator of Helensvale at the time, and they were playing Helensvale in the final, so at the end of the day I couldn't really lose, but financially I
You did.
finished with quite a big smile on my face. Is he going to pump through his own, or is he going to get to the jack? He
Got everything right.
pinball wizard.
Got everything right. He had good weight and he was thereabouts.
The old more wicks in a candle factory. But at the end of the day, an old fella told me when I first started playing, there's only enough room on the card to write how many, not how.
Yeah, well, it would take a fair bit of writing.
You talking about me or you now? Wouldn't be much riding on my card.
Anybody.
I've got to get shot first.
Anybody. A little bit of a yell from Vards then. He got a little bit excited.
Nothing unusual. Well, this is a good effort too.
How about that?
Hello. Great shot. Still down, but has opened it up.
She's played 2 bombs this game already. This end. Already.
This end, yeah. If Daniel clears that front one, he's going to be in the area. Or you don't want full jack. Toucher. One job.
One job, I'm touching.
It's going to be his new nickname from now on. One job.
One job.
Every time I see him, one job. Anyone on the Sunshine Coast now after watching this live stream will be able to walk past him and instead of saying hello Wayne, it'll be, there you go, one job.
One job. Yeah, one job. Come on.
Trevor Argent's back on. He's been a regular viewer for 3 days.
Has Simon worked out his internet yet? No, it's... How many devices are you watching on, Simon?
Well, it only puts 8 people on here at a time on one deck, and there's 9 Simon Woods in 8 places.
So what do we got there? Two or three? Is that white bowl off to the right-hand side cut out?
Measure, same 2, but
Well, Kane's on a really good track here. Is he here?
he's not here.
Good enough for second shot, though, I'd say, if it's not shot. No, Daniel's got his finger up.
Only one. It's pretty close to a measure with that Jack Island.
Well,
Yeah, how many jerseys are there out there that aren't blue?
Kane's wearing a green one. And you've got the Burley Heads, which has blue in it, but predominantly black. And the predominant white of Marucci Beach.
Bit of trouble here.
Oh, he doesn't want this. And Daniel did say to play wide. It was just half a bowl tight.
One of the main volunteers here, I don't know his first name, but I do know his last name's Hampson. He's declared that Bonnie and Kane will win at least this game and put them down as favourites.
Well, to be honest, any one of these 8 could go through and win this.
But I would think that really giving that back. I think really he's only banking on the fact that she's female, so he's cheering for that side. I think he's biased, is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, that needs a lot of weight.
He said he was going to play to his own, but which one of his own is he playing to?
Daniel did say one down. He might have said, I think we're one down.
I think he's
Barry Hearn, all divisions 1. Yes, Baz, we've almost took to celebrating this morning, where Bagara Blue, after nearly beating Moore Park at Moore Park, knocked one of the favourites out of the competition with a home win for the last round of the season. We call that 5-0.
only because it is. So motor roars past.
See, I do get one message on there every now and again, and then there's another 8 Simon Woods on there. I was lucky I saw that message from Barry. After looking at some of the scores in Division 1, I don't think Kenny Mays and John C will be feeling really fine about it. They had their colours, what you'd call, lowered. She hasn't got a toucher this time. She's a bit wild with that one.
Kane will have to have words.
Yes, that was a topic of debate of whether they were boyfriend, girlfriend on Friday, but at one stage they were at the head with his arm around her, and that was a bit of a giveaway for anybody that was watching. Fair answer from Daniel. It didn't take long to figure that out, whether they were boyfriend, girlfriend.
Well, it was announced on Facebook a few days or weeks ago.
Was it? Oh, I've only got 700 members on Facebook. You must have 17,000.
Oh, look at that.
About time she had a touch.
What a correction, eh?
Sit down. Who's unbiased here?
I don't think that call from our volunteer is going to be far wrong, to be honest. I don't think there's any bias. It's pretty creditable. Daniel's playing a more positive line.
Somewhere there about springing. Oh,
He's just going to duck under.
Through the aperture without...
Through the aperture.
Through the aperture.
Remember, you went to university and I didn't.
You look it up. You look it up, Sorrow.
How would I be able to look it up? I couldn't even spell it.
Through the You've never heard aperture.
It sounded a little bit more like abattoir. I've been through a few of those.
Oh, okay, I'll say hole next time. You'll know what I mean if I say hole, won't you?
I've got that one.
Right. Okay, we're working on it.
Aperture. Jesus. I'll start calling you Bruce McAvaney shortly.
Judd Percy just dropped one 3 metres short. I'll have to go and talk to him.
He's another good bowl from
I'm a
Kane.
controlling factor of his.
I've got sore cheek pains already with you two, and Sheila hasn't even got here yet. Oh, hold.
He's just going to run underneath again.
Bit of a...
Oh, how'd you do that? That's pretty clever.
Yeah,
Looked
for
like
still two down though.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to miss and field two out.
Still 2 down, but have a look at it. These players don't miss these sort of heads.
Oh, Kane's turned his back quick on that one.
He's left this to a reasonably easy shot for Robert here to sit that shot bowl with a foot of weight or just tuck that kitty up.
The problem is Robert's been missing by half a bowl or a bowl. He just hasn't quite got it yet.
Hello, we've got a message in here from Mel Elegant. She snuck one in between these 7 Simon Wood ones. Bowler couples becoming as common as jockeys. Very good, Mel.
Well, if you want to see your partner and you're a lawn bowler, the only way you're going to do it is if you both play the sport.
I haven't seen the actual statistics on it, but I think that divorce amongst lawn bowlers would be one of the highest sports.
Oh, I've got no doubt. I'm living proof of that.
Like death is equal between squash and bowls. But I think bowls is cleared out. Hello, Simon's got the full book again.
And it just keeps adding to it.
No, nobody else in Queensland can get a comment.
Tell you what.
That's the only one she didn't want to roll.
She nearly got to where he called.
She foot of weight short on this green, just playing our 4th end and slowing a little after looking sensational after rolling it. It must slow a little with the rolling going off at about now.
But if you want to take a photo of what a bowling green should look like, it is consistent right across the green in the colour, and
If you have a look at this
it's
one,
just beautiful.
It's dropped a foot short.
So what you're seeing on the screen as far as the green goes is exactly what it looks like out there on the surface itself. There's no discolouring, considering the amount of play and the amount of rain that's been on these greens. They've held up immaculately. Really, really impressive bit of greenkeeping from Scott Lapthorne.
She got to a bad spot.
Oh, that's just unlucky. It's a fair wall to run into.
She just wanted another foot away again. Pretty hard. I think at this stage of the day, about 20 minutes after you start playing, after the
Worn off.
the rolling goes away, it loses a second for a while. Okay, we've just got who's who in the zoo. We can figure out that first game's 4-all, it's pretty close. That's between Barry Crocker, or I've got to look for his real name these days. Christian, isn't it?
Christian, yep.
Christian Crocker and Team Shillington, we'd say, with Dale and Dean. The other game, I can't see the full scoreboard.
2-4.
2-4, so Jesse Khan is 2-4 in front of Cohen Lipton. And Bards is
5-2 up.
Is this a good one?
5-2.
Get the right one?
Oh, there we go. They've got a result.
Well, it's nothing to be short of, I'd say, Kane.
I think this would be fire 1.
Good 2 down. Got a few in the head. And 2 fairly deep back. You don't want it back a yard. You want it further than a yard.
I think he's trying to work out which hand he wants to play and which bowler hit it.
Mal Elegich is going good with his comments at the moment. He got another one on the screen. The Gibbs and the White Eyes are testaments of values of couples playing together. And so we've soon got rid of that, and we've got another 9 Simon Woods.
Yeah, the Gibbs, they travel the country playing together.
Yes, they played a pretty tough section here yesterday. Gibbses.
Oh, here we go. Big, big.
Yes, he'll be
Oh,
going
he
big.
won't be short. Oh, he needs help.
And he didn't get it. Well, there's an opportunity to just play a similar bowl and
1-2.
get 3.
Oh, you're going close to. We're going to have Shillo in here shortly, but Mel, you better be careful when you mention the Shillo-McWhinney duo. Don't want to upset Jackie.
Trio.
You know that. We have some breaking news later on, but we can't let that out till we get Graham in here.
And the coverage.
How can he make 3?
He's just got to roll on his front one's up. Just like he played before.
As long as he doesn't hit them too hard.
I don't think you'll overplay it. He's certainly wide.
Well, he did overplay it.
Oh, didn't he? Oh, he must have been trying to sit the white one, was he? And surely not.
1 or 2?
Looks like just the 1.
1? Well, we'll say 1.
Yeah, there's only 1 going on the board, so think it's
Why he was playing that little bit more weight than we thought. We were thinking it was 2. Shane Krause has got a chance. He could outpoint Simon here because he's got 3 on the trot. Norrie looks a little bit nonplussed on this next rink after that shot. He's wandering around if he's just done a couple of rounds with Jeff Fennick.
one jobs mate there from Woombai Bowls Club, Shane.
Umpire.
Yeah, on Monday, well, 1 week ago, Monday we went up to Rainbow Beach for the seafood day that hasn't been on for the last couple of years.
All right.
And we had the greatest time. And I don't know if you've ever been to a Rainbow Beach seafood day, but
Have I
I've
been
heard
to a-
more stories.
we had a
Have I been to a
table
Rainbow
full
Beach?
of bugs and prawns and mussels and oysters.
Could I ask before you go any further, was the famous barman Steve Hibbert out on the balcony selling stubbies?
Yes, nothing changed.
Wow. I've never played in this, great shot, never played in the seafood day, but let me suggest I have heard stories.
Morning Nugget. Mate, I've probably been part of a few of those stories. I remember when a great friend of mine and partner of Sally Everett, Moppy, we used to go down and set up that can bar
Moppy.
at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Now you're bringing back stories, Moppy.
Well, I'd never seen so much seafood on so many plates, on so many tables.
And
it
you
was-
don't see anything left when they're finished either.
Well, you know the little bread rolls you get on the side? No one ate them. The chips? No one ate them. Salads? No one ate them.
You can't blame them.
Oysters, prawns, crab and bugs.
I think the mussels didn't sell well.
Oh, I've never had the mussels. But there's a waiting list to get into that tournament, and you've got to wait for someone to pass away to get an invite into that tournament.
We'll see what Kane can do here. He won't be short.
I'm going to slip past or not? No. On 2 very good lead bowls from Daniel, and Bonnie hasn't been that far away in 3 weeks.
Well, in order to get an invitation, the deal was Wayne Doran and Neville Kuskoff could all have drinks, and Wayne Netter drives home sober. So that was how I got into the team.
Always helps to have a driver when you go to Rainbow Beach. Either that or have a bed somewhere, because
Stay overnight.
it's the easiest way to do it.
Oh, here we go.
And then you really have to wait till the 10 o'clock checkout.
Oh, that was close for a while.
You have to wait for the 10 o'clock checkout to drive home just to make sure you were sober enough to drive the next day. But no, Stevie Hibbert and Sally, they put on a great show up there at Rainbow.
I did feel like to be in, I guess, the elite. I don't know. That's not the word to use, but the invitation. It's invitational, isn't it?
The chosen few. You must.
That's the way.
There is a third requirement. You must be able to drink.
Or be the designated driver.
Well, Malulabar, this would be 6 years ago, in the Super Challenge, played Rainbow Beach, at Rainbow Beach. And,
That would have been longer than 6 years ago.
well, it's a minimum of 6 years ago. So it's 6 years ago since I left Malulabar. And we figured out that the only real way to play Rainbow Beach would be to stay there overnight. And Ricky was still running the place at that stage, and I became the DJ for the evening on music selection. And I better not say the time that we played that afternoon and the time that we wound up the proceedings wasn't early. Alan Newman was the leading performer on the dance floor.
Very close. All right. That held its line, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've cleared a spot. Potholes back on
Hello, Potter.
at work at Gunelda.
A good pub at Canelda.
Explain work. What's the definition of work in Gunelda?
You need a dictionary, sorry.
No, I was just thinking it's 9:45.
I think from previous conversations with Pete that he's got his name because he's council worker, fixes the whole, something like that. It'll come back to me.
I think
Well,
you should have used her strength there, Kane, and
Drew.
draw a toucher.
Yeah, 4 down there. And lots of holes. Potholes.
See what you did there?
Tip opens at 10, Pothole says.
So well, you've only got 15 more minutes left on the clock.
Oh, okay.
You can always find somewhere with an early licence.
Crocker's gone in front 8-4 against the Shillingtons. Might have to go and find Shillo for a commentary, we'd hate to think. Well, Cohen Lipton managed to hit the kitty across to where we are here.
Has Roberts gone for the deepest wood?
Hey, Pothole Pete, is Perry still up Canelda Way? He was my next door neighbour in Woombye.
Oh,
This. Oh, he's got underneath that and got the shot. What a result.
fortune favours the brave.
Wow.
And keep this on the green if you
I
can.
think he's underneath it by quite a way.
He hasn't got enough weight. Oh, he has got enough weight. Where's the sideline?
There.
Out there somewhere. Just shows how this game is a game of millimetres. I mean, any touch of that front bowl and Kane was nowhere near it. And at the end of the end, he's probably picked up 2.
We haven't seen 2, but I guess it's 2. We're going to put 2 on the board.
2 it is.
Jeffrey Levitt, cut out the chat and get the cards out for a game of boozle. Jeffrey Levitt would love to come in from Ipswich for a game of cards.
While they're setting that up, we'll have a look at.
And Bonnie gets back to doing what she does best. Draws another close one.
Might be better than a toucher, 2 foot behind this standard of play.
Well, as we mentioned yesterday, the Jack doesn't stay in the one place for very long on greens this pace with calibre bowlers that we have on show. Simon and Krause are fighting for the screen here.
They're clicking over so much, I'm missing some of the stories.
There's one coming on now. What's that one?
Well, Pothole.
Potter was just answering my question about my next door neighbour.
Yep.
He's over at the Vine. Good mate. You tell him Wayne Netter said hello.
One job.
One job.
He needs he hasn't got enough
Not
weight
up.
to get a wick.
You tell Mick I'm still using his welder.
Good neighbour.
He can have it back anytime he wants.
Good neighbour. Can I just borrow that for a couple of days?
He was two doors down.
I think after this end, I better do a runner and have a quick chat with Graham Shillington to see. I'd hate to think the boys get beat that he'd disappear and we wouldn't get our enjoyment out of having him commentate for a small amount.
I think I'm the sort of neighbour that, you can use your welder. You can just bring it back when you're finished.
Whatever that show was when they looked over the fence.
Home Improvements.
Yeah.
Don't give up your day job. Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Fairly.
It's looking.
I was going to call the toucher, but he's not up.
Still very good. Yeah, he's forcing Robert to change his hand.
It's better than any recent attempt I've played.
Oh, that's tight. Didn't stay down on that one.
Well, 7-1's a pretty handy lead after getting out of jail last end. 4 down, and chip that bowl could have got their only bowl on the rink.
Well, there's not a shot that Kane doesn't possess. But just watching the last few ends, I've seen that he's a little bit backhand dominant.
Yes, that was possibly.
Something going on here. Someone's calling the umpire about a boundary marker or something.
They called the
It's
umpire.
probably the last bowl that came through. He wants to find out whether it's live or not.
They called the umpire on the far rink and then decided it before he got there. Which Rip Van Winkle and Christian Crocker have a 9-4 lead over the team Shillington.
As the umpire's going to determine whether this bowl's in or out once he works out the mirror.
We can see the line there.
Lines are not always completely accurate, but I could imagine that Scott Lapton would be all over that. When they set up the greens after bringing them out of renovations, they do the same thing. They get the mirrors out, and
I think he just pointed that in.
I think he did too. He's got a belly as big as mine.
Come on. It's only a 5-inch bowl.
Now, Jimmy, we've spoken about this.
Okay. You say no fat jokes?
Do you need half-time scores? What can you see on the rings?
We can see most of the scores. We've sort of got who's who in the zoo,
Okay.
which side they're on. No, we can do the scores, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Which 2 games are 2 the difference.
Well, we're only 5 ends in, so they're still feeling each other out a little bit across most of the rinks.
They won't want to give Club Marucci much more start than 5. at this stage of the game.
Well, out of the hand, I thought that was going to be tight, and it was.
I guess you guys can hear that talk from the skipper. You can roll your own up. Just miss it, get to the jack.
He's on a good track if he's up.
Come on, Dan.
Robert started walking early, so
And stopped.
those microphones are quite good on the side of the green there. One job.
You're going to change your name to two jobs now.
No.
I'm actually doing about 10,
Yeah, but you're
and
only...
I'm managing my batteries. Oh, look at that, 100%.
Woohoo.
We're good.
I would think this is Jennifer. I think that might be Rip Van Winkle's missus, or if not a very close relation.
Oh,
I
what
would
a
think.
shot. He's just snuck through the middle of those two bowls and got another result. Well played.
Please keep us up to date on the other two games. Well, they're 9-4 in front at the moment, Janik. That's after 6 ends.
Well, he's a little closer on his backhand runner this time.
There's a big gap.
Just slipped past, but he's taken one out.
Like Vards is 3 rinks across from the microphones, and we're getting him. That's how good the microphones are. They can even pick Vards' little whispers.
6 foot under wet concrete with a cream bun in his mouth, mate. You could hear him.
There's a bloke over here that I've just got to go and chat with. I'm coming back. Whenever you want to come in,
This is a goodie. Oh, who's he going to chip?
Oh, he's no damage.
Okay.
Just hung a little wide. And another one.
1 makes 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
7 and 1. Just checking with you, sorry.
Just making sure.
That's taken away.
Other than PE, math was a subject I didn't mind when I was at school. When I was at school.
Funny sound.
Funny that. Hollywood's in the building.
Funny sound. I think we might,
On that note,
one job, we might invite one famous lawn bowler to the commentary position for a little while. And the legendary Graham Shillington.
I like
Welcome,
that legend.
Shillo.
I like that legend.
and happy birthday, Graham.
Thanks, Hollywood.
It's a fantastic. Hollywood told me as soon as you walked around the corner and saw you walking in that it was your birthday. And 10 minutes later,
My
Dale
family.
came over and said, "Oops, the family has made a mistake. Shillo's wife, Shillo's son have all forgotten it's Graham's birthday today." And we just walked in and someone said, "Happy birthday, Graham," and we've figured it out that it's his birthday today. So the family faux pas. Forgot your birthday, Shillo. I knew it was a couple of days after mine.
Yeah, no, it was a funny drive up from the Gold Coast, mate, because I didn't say a word. I just sat in the car with a smile on my face, and I'm waiting, but nah.
Nothing for your birthday.
Nah,
Nothing.
it was priceless when they found out, though.
Oh, I could just imagine the look on their faces.
Worth the wait.
It was
We-
worth the wait, yeah.
This is breaking news that we've been holding up for.
That's right. I've had free beer all morning, so it's all good.
We said it'd be breaking news that it was your birthday, but the news isn't being your birthday, it's them forgetting your birthday. It's the news.
No, it's nothing unusual, mate. Bowls first, I reckon.
Well, how about anybody want to guess that I'd say that, look, Bonnie's drawn one on the kitty again.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, no, she went well on Friday too, Jim.
That's when I figured out who she was. I'd never seen her play before. The first 3 ends she drew a front toucher. I figured out that that's why Kane's playing with her.
Mm-hmm.
Could be another reason being girlfriend, but
Oh,
fact that
we
she
worked
was
that out
playing-
on Friday too, didn't we, mate? When he was
took a while.
patting somewhere that we didn't think he'd pat before.
Canoodling?
Canoodles?
Did you enjoy Pam's chat with us yesterday?
Yes, I did actually. Haven't seen Pam for a couple of years.
That's Johnny Lang's wife, Pam.
Yeah, no, me and Curly, we played a lot of games together and played against each other a lot of times back in the day.
We call that second shot. We don't call it a very good second shot. One would think Kane will beat that after dropping short with his first one. A bit longer end this time.
He's made the correction.
Well, it's not a surprise.
Sure.
Short again.
Yeah, don't you hate that?
If you're going to get that close, you might as well touch it.
See, I would think, Shillo, that this speed of green would probably suit Michael Sorensen much more than suiting you or myself.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell
mate.
no.
Absolutely.
Which would
Hell
be,
no.
which would be, fast green touch players like ourselves.
Hollywood, he'd shine on this, Jim.
He'll just rake.
And miss.
I knew
It
this
doesn't matter whether it's fast or slow, I'll still miss.
I knew this commentary was going to go downhill when we had 3 together.
Oh, now it's 2 against 1, 3 against 1.
Sorry.
We've still got one job here.
You've seen it coming though, Hollywood.
I'm made of Teflon, mate.
Well, the boys
Alan
are...
Litvin's again hammering and again hitting the kitty 30 feet. I don't know whether he scored on the last respot.
I know the boys are down 11-4 on 7.
Yes, that's why we dragged you in here, because we needed a bit of...
Expert commentary before anything went wrong.
Before I go home and cook my own cake.
That's it.
And put your own candles on it and sing yourself happy birthday.
Shake your own hand.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to me.
Done that
Stop
a few
it, Tyrone.
times in the
Let's get
past,
back to
don't worry
this
about
game.
that.
This is a bit under a bit of stick here. It's 8-1. You're 2 down, like basically front and back toucher. The front's covered up. How
There you go.
we got to open the front up for a start. Couldn't think. Of
Oh, he
getting
hasn't
the
gone
gap.
through the hole. Oh, now that's worth a replay.
Now that is a good shot.
But that's still Bonnie's bowl, isn't it?
Wowzers.
Straight back. Straight.
Great result, though. Wow, what a hit. Not such a good result, but what a hit.
The dreaded respot rule.
Yeah, some
Right.
love it, some hate it.
Oh, Rob Perella used to love it.
I'm not too sure that Ryan Best.
No, Ryan's
No,
not a great fan of it.
I'm not a great fan of it either. Especially spotting on the tee. I could handle spotting on the side,
The old
What?
Premier League rules, they were good.
where you get a chance to draw to something, one side or the other. When they first brought it in the Gold Coast, it was a rainy winter carnival, and anybody that played short ends had 10 bowls across the front, and they'd get respotted 20 foot back, and you couldn't draw to it because you couldn't get around the green running 12. You couldn't get around to the spot from all the short bowls up the middle of the green. Well,
Well, at least the respot
take him out of this line at all. Well, Kane gets one within a metre to make 2.
I think it's pretty close to 3 too.
2.5.
This is-
How old is Shillo? 21 or 22? How good,
Yeah,
Jack.
I wish. Nah, not really, mate. 59 today. Thanks, Jacob, mate. I appreciate that. The mind's probably 21 or 22, but the body's not, mate.
Yeah, mine feels like that every Monday morning.
Now I've got a big day tomorrow. I don't know. See how I'm going to go.
If you're going to wreck that,
Mate, you just put yourself on autopilot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, more or less. Go through the motions.
right, what does he play? He's got to play to that? The red bowl up or the shot bowl?
Well, I
he's
could
got-
only see him getting second shot, really.
Well, he's got the back bowl, so he can afford to spew the white bowl onto the jack.
He doesn't want to knock Kane in for a second one.
And there's another one up there. Yeah, he's going to have to rip it out, but didn't.
Only one.
Second shot, he got that.
He's had a lot of second shots. There haven't been too many multiples. I think they had one in where they dropped 3, and the rest of them have been all ones.
Well, they've only scored 10 shots on the 7 ends.
Got Des Can and Cohen, a 5-all.
Yeah, that's a bit sad for someone that's drawn one of them in the raffle.
Another close one with Matty Sargent and Bards.
7-5 on the board.
And the boys 11-4 down, and Dale's playing weight because he's 2 down, I think.
Got 2 shots out of the ball.
Yeah,
Measure
good
for
start
shot.
from Bonnie again.
Measure
Bonnie.
for shot.
He's all over this jack. We'll almost back her in for a touch with the next one.
Yeah, well, she only has to correct it.
And she's been doing it very well. Because it's not as though these two boys are playing poorly.
Trying hard. Not quite. Dale going to play for that? Ooh.
No, old mate had a bit of a swooper.
Ripped his own balls out.
Yep, the boys are holding 3. And Dale's
Well, he's up.
Bonnie's just turned her shot ball around the corner.
How good's that?
Sorry, I was watching the McQuinney game.
Yeah, 11-8 on 8.
They've got a 4 out of nothing.
Well, they've dropped a 4, so they got 1 back.
They've got a 4 out of not very much then, Shillo.
Hmm.
Be pleased with that.
You'll take anything you can get, mate.
The opposition probably had 2 shots with 2 balls to play.
I'd definitely take it off you, Jim.
Mate, you take it off anybody.
Absolutely.
Mind you, I think all of us would.
Pam Lang said she'd be back today. She wasn't sure whether she was going to come back, but I said, Shillo will be here in the morning. And she said, well, I'm definitely coming back then.
Did I hear that she said that she'd come back just to celebrate his birthday?
Yeah.
She remembered.
Yeah. No, she's a lovely lady, Pam. She was a barmaid here
Yep.
many moons ago.
And she told me it was 1965 when Langy was the original greenkeeper.
Greenkeeper. Oh, Curly. Bit like you, Jim. Curly.
We're doing no head jokes.
Oh, sorry.
Very good shot.
Nose jokes or fat jokes.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
that's
right.
Wally
So
King.
you're safe. You've got
Yeah, mate. I'm
plenty of hair.
still leaning, mate. Couple of greys when I let it grow, though.
One job, just one job.
Forgot the toucher. Oh, that was a great effort.
Here he's got his button going.
Yep. It's got a dent in it.
I bet. You were saying that yesterday. Well, Dean's put 2 on it, one in front, one behind.
Well, they owe you a birthday present, so winning would be a good idea.
That was the plan. My plan wasn't to go home early.
What happens here?
Good effort.
They're not bad-looking heads, though, are they?
What, the bowls or the people?
I'm not looking at any mirrors here, mate.
And Dello's gone for the tee. Right, here comes Bonnie.
She came up off that one. She didn't like it that much. Where's it going, Wayne?
Well and truly under the head. One job's got to get concentrated on his second one here.
It went somewhere over there in the corner of the screen. There it is.
I think this might be a little tight too.
Yeah, that was like Friday when we were watching Jim, that backhand coming up towards the club.
Just got across a bit.
Yeah.
It's looking tight again as well.
Yep. Good weight for what she was after, but
Oh, it's gone against them this time.
Well, they might be able to get the shot now. The others might be able to get the shot too.
Yeah, well, the bowl on the bowl.
It looks inviting for to play the forehand and sit that second shot.
yeah, but if he gets it wrong, mate, it's straight back
Yeah.
to Kane's bowl. So
Yeah, so I think bowl on the bowl on this end's the better option. He just overplayed it a little. It's going to end up in a fair home.
All those bowls are still hiding the kitty over there on Team Shillington.
yeah, Dean's still got 2
Dean's
there.
still
No,
got
nothing's
2.
changed
I thought that was 3.
with your eyes.
The other ones.
It's the front one.
No, Dale's got 1 on the tee with his first bowl and 1 about
Okay.
a yard behind on
Right.
the line.
Okay, they're holding 2.
They're just going behind by the look of it.
And Kane's down the backhand,
It's close.
looking to just turn that jack
Oh,
around
it's a
the
little
corner.
quicker than I thought.
Oh, it's better than being short.
Well, it's another great spot if something goes wrong with the...
I was just thinking of a Spike Cheney story there before, and then you just said it's better than being short. Came straight.
Oh, I thought you were
No short jokes either.
short
eh?
jokes.
Tell you what, this isn't far away.
Oh, he's just under.
Has he got the speed? No. Oh, don't turn it over. More attacking line.
Close to his own bowl. Closer to his own bowl, should I say. You know,
Well-
they packed a few bowls in side by side there. You can get them in the same box.
Yeah, this is this is one of those ends where you've got to take the risk now. But 9-1 down, you've
Yeah.
got three bowls around it, one opposition bowl in there. You've got to give it a bit of a hope, and if it goes bad, it goes bad.
What's the old saying, mate? No guts, no glory.
Correct. And luck doesn't happen until you reach the head.
That's true.
Gee, we've got some soothsayings going here.
Oh, he looks like he's tugged that tight.
He's got a fair bit of whooshka. It's gone.
Oh, I think maybe a little. Oh, and he's.
Oh,
You might have given it away.
Well, the look on Daniel's body. Yep.
No,
No,
Daniels.
he's going for the mat.
Oh, we've got to look at
Who's a who's over there?
There's a lot
The
of
pretty
room there.
ones, the pretty ones.
Dean's on it. He's still got 2 shots.
So it's going to bring the game right back to manageable.
Oh, he says something. What's this
Oh,
3?
it's 3-bit.
Where's this 3? I can't see 3
I
there.
can't see 3 there. Oh, if he gets onto his own front bowl and touches the jack, it pops back into a really nice spot, doesn't it?
Well, if you could play the backhand, but the backhand's not turning what I was watching when I was out there.
Well, he wouldn't want it to turn too much. It looks like there's only a fine gap in there. And even if he does turn the blue onto
Yeah, well,
his own
he's
bowl,
got 4 catches there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
5 catches.
he's going to play it. He's come down the back end. As we switch back over to our own game.
I'll just have a look over here and have a look at the body language.
Oh, he's played a cover bowl.
He didn't mean to, I don't think. Yeah, all right, let's see what Bonnie does this end.
Yeah, well, Daniel's left some room.
We're just going to watch Barry Crocker play this one.
And it looks like Bonnie is going to be all over it again over here.
Well, surprised if it's not.
Oh, it's a good 2 feet away for a change.
Okay.
Okay, 2 to Team Shillington, 11-10.
On 9.
Makes you more happy than you were at 11-4, Shiller.
Yep. It's not so much me, Jim. It's the lady sitting down the other end of the green there.
There was a comment passed earlier.
Hey.
There was a comment passed earlier on the Facebook commentary.
Yeah, I was just speaking to Annie. She
Yep.
brought me up a grate for my birthday. And she said, I can't sit with your wife. She gets too intense. I said, what do you think I'm sitting up this end?
Intent play.
Oh, I could tell you a lot of stories about Jackie. And one good one was at Manly Bowls Club when me and Maddie won the state pairs. We were playing Charlie Hayes and Peter Ivey in the semi-final, and it was night time. And mate, Jackie likes a cigarette, and she's behind the hedges down the other end of the green. And all you could see was smoke signals. She's on the phone ringing everybody. You want to? Oh mate, unbelievable. That'd have to be one of the best games I've ever played in. I think we killed the 17th end 5 times. Took us an hour to play one end.
Well, that's when you're playing proper bowls instead of respots.
That was white close days, mate.
And that was back when those greens were running 19 seconds.
You're
Yeah, it
talking
wasn't
top
too
of the
bad.
hill.
When you say Matty, you mean Matty Roberts.
Matty Roberts. And Joe was alive then, and he was the greenkeeper.
Yep.
Dad was still alive. Brian. Another family of greenkeepers. Okay, what's Robert got here?
If he's got the right speed, he's going to be somewhere near it. Just pulling up short.
Oh, it's up to which one you're going to plonk in for shot now. Sorry, we forgot Shiller.
No worries, my lovely wife.
It's Ian Taylor's birthday about now too.
Yeah, you'd be close, old Tales. I got a message from my old mate Steve Glasson an hour ago.
Yep. Well, him and Kelvin come up. Steve shortly and Kelvin in a fortnight.
Steve's on the 10th. And Kelvin's on the 21st, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember numbers like that. Birthdays are just another day. Some people could forget you have them at all.
Exactly right, Jim.
Boom, boom.
Very boom, boom.
Poor old Jim C had to spend his birthday night with me.
Well, that's not a bad. That's not bad.
Yes,
It is when he's backing $7 place getters.
And then the next night, I beat him in bets.
Oh,
I'm still being counselled.
You wouldn't
I
believe the
can't
name
believe
of the
that.
horse.
I rang you up Friday night and you got delivered to. What was that story you told me the other day? You went to a pub and they didn't know what a TAB was.
Yeah. Young fella, I said, you got a TAV? With attitude, he said, I don't know what that is.
Great shot.
Yeah, good believe by
Nice.
Dan.
Well done.
Except it's popped it out now. That's gonna. Oh, he still wants it to play up through the backhand, forehand with weight. Wow. The way Bonnie's been drawing, you'd think he'd just let her draw.
Backhand and draw a second shot at least.
Yeah, but I think that
9-2.
hand's probably turning a bit more. Got more of a chance. His ball's coming up.
Yes, Derek Scott's been marvellous with us. But Thursday night he dropped us off at a pub that didn't have a TAB. It took me a while to recover and get my breath.
Doesn't know you very well at all, does he?
Get my breath back.
It'd be like taking me out in Hollywood to a pub with no beer.
Yeah, exactly.
A what?
Yeah.
The song. Just 1 week.
Oh, get
You
out.
can't do that.
No,
We're not going to show a replay of that one.
I would.
that's
I missed
theft.
No. Family of greenkeepers. I played against the 4 windscreens at a carnival years ago.
Who's that?
That's Mel Elligott's talking about. The 4 windscreens.
Just good.
But we could hear what Robert was saying. It's a close measure, but he favours himself. That bowl's not out there to wick off anymore. He can't.
Well, this time she's going to play the perfect bowl.
You think so?
Well, to script she would be. It's on a much better line.
He wants it to grip.
There's one.
Well, hang on,
there's
there is
only
one to come off. There is
there's
one
only
to
one
come
to wick off.
Oh,
Oh, no!
great call,
That's how you
Jimmy.
do it.
Oh, the call of the weekend.
Why would she change her winning technique?
Oh, and there's a smile. When it's going for you, it's going for you.
And you got to stand on the mat, close your eyes, and throw it towards the other end, and hope.
Doesn't work for me.
You've used that technique so often. Sorry, it's not fun.
My whole life.
I'm just sitting out there talking to the coffee lady and he led for me in stateside actually, Mel Stewart.
All right, eh?
He was telling me about a bloke that thought you were a Chinaman, Jim.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
there is a story that goes with that.
Yeah.
John and I were playing Super Challenge down at Urangan, and
It's up from here.
well, it's down
From Bundaberg.
down from Bagara. We slipped down to Urangan, which is we're like the Urangan. That's got a little roof over the top of it, and play there when it rains. It's not a problem. And what's the name? Timmy Smith's father.
A little bit tight, I think, Kane.
Timmy Smith's father, dazzling Darryl Smith, was one of the bosses there. He said there's a couple that have rung ahead and wanted to come down as they could meet to, because they heard that the 2C boys were playing here today and we wanted to meet them and say g'day. And they were very oriental, the couple that turned up.
Well, just lack of weight.
And because their name was C,
Yeah.
they wanted to meet the rest of the family.
They were spelt with a C and you were spelt with an S.
No, they were spelt with an S. It
Oh,
was
right.
double E.
Hang on, the boy Dale's coming down here.
And they were lovely people. And they sat around and watched us play. It was even better to have somebody cheering for you.
You've always had that, Jimmy.
Yeah, you've always had a crowd, Jim.
And they call me Hollywood.
Yeah, true that.
I don't call you Hollywood. We've got too many Hollywoods at home.
He's close.
Got it.
Yeah,
He's got
get a
this
split.
perfect.
Yeah,
Oh.
perfect bowl.
And a front knocker.
And-
Toucher. One job.
He was too busy
Oh, it was last
saving.
bowl.
He was too busy saving the replay. He's gonna replay this one.
that his own bowl.
That's what he was trying to get Bonnie to play, wasn't
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but he could
But
do
she-
it. He tried to do it the easy way. Bonnie tried to do it
At
difficult.
least she,
it? All right, we've got a tied game on rank 3. McWinnie and
what do we say then? 3?
11 all on 10.
I think it would have been 4.
A bit of a consensus. We'll put 4 up, and if it's wrong, we'll blame you. Sorry.
Geez, let's try something different.
We've been using that technique all the way.
Yeah, well,
Be
as
at
long as
least
it's working.
at least 35 years of it. And Bonnie has started just like
She's
normal.
short.
Again,
Oh boy.
you got to be up, Pete.
She's not that short. She's about 5'6". Cody Jerrick's got shot. Caney, he says, Cody. Probably practiced that at the Grand Hotel down at Labrador.
Who are we talking about now?
Seafood at the
Cody,
Grand
Jerrick
Hotel.
and the Nelsons. Mel Stewart had the best saying. Hoping. All hope is gone. You read that one? You read that one from Mel talking about Mel Stewart? Mel Stewart had the best saying, hoping, some hope, all hope is gone. Close here.
Like, it's not as though they've played poorly. It's just how well Kane and Bonnie have played. Like, Bonnie's just set the head up every end.
And most ends, Daniel's had one somewhere in the head like that.
Yeah, but where are they? They're short.
And Jack's not going to really hang around there.
No.
And some people can play 2 consecutive wicks off the sideboard.
Mate, that's a very skillful shot. Tell you what, that's not short.
It's a worker.
I was talking to the greenkeeper this morning, Scott. And he was telling me that a car knocked a
Yeah,
post down this morning.
no
Oh,
power.
last night, no
10
power.
minutes after we left here last night it was. They were still here when the police were grabbing him.
Then Jack's done a good job. 3 hours to put up a new pole and rewire it.
My whole system runs on batteries, and they were all flat when I came in this morning.
No panic. It is for
Tuck.
correction.
Little tuck. Short again.
Short again.
He's playing attacking.
He's playing forehand.
Yeah, score's jumped away a bit, so Desi might.
Looks like
Oh, here we go. We're going to come off the edge.
Ah,
My turn. I think he's still down.
He's still down, but he's made it into something better.
Well, something tells me that Jack over on ring 3 has moved a long way, or those boys have fallen well short.
No,
Dale and Dean were holding 3, and old mate had a bit of a whooshka at it.
cut the kitty completely off the rink. That was Rip Van Winkle, wasn't it?
Yep.
I said to Brian Christian last night, I've been calling you Barry all day. Do you mind me calling you Barry? And I don't know whether he understood what Barry Crocker really meant.
Yeah, I don't think the Welshman would understand the Australian slang all that well just yet, but I'm sure that when he wakes up to it,
You can look at.
he might want to know where Bagara is.
I must have only called him Barry 50 times yesterday.
That was only this morning.
There's always a barrier everywhere, mate.
Well, see, he comes from the Sunshine Coast, and the leading light in my eyes at Sunshine Coast is Barry Sullivan. So, you know, that's just
But
putting them
again,
together.
another foreigner.
Yeah,
He speaks with a funny accent too.
He speaks.
Alright, here comes.
Was wide.
Little edge. Oh.
He speaks with a Kiwi accent after only 37 years. Little Johnny Walker just played across the waves, a Scotsman, and he had the broadest Scottish accent. And everybody used to say to him, Johnny, your accent. He said, how long you been over here? And he said, 40 years. And of course the answer to that was, have you made any friends yet? Come and looking.
The under?
No.
No luck.
Well, draw a shot, Kane. You don't need too many instructions this time. There's only 5 ends after this one.
He's looking at the forehand.
I don't know what he's looking at the forehand for.
No, looks like a nice simple backhand draw.
I mean, if he plays anything other than a backhand draw, he's overcomplicating things.
Nice on the backhand.
You know how to spell complicate?
I've got that one, mate.
Just aperture's a bit out of your game.
Aperture as well, and surely out of my vocabulary. I wonder if Shula knows what that word meant.
Of course he does. He's put a couple of bowls through the aperture at different times when nearly got to
I emulated it a few times.
Yes, exactly.
Emulated.
Yeah.
Emulated. Emulated?
Emulate.
Same thing, sorry. Well, he's in the area this time.
Yeah, that's a big word for
Certainly is.
me. That's a big word
He's
for me
in
on
the
a
area
Sunday.
this
Especially on
time.
a Sunday morning.
Can't help but get.
Oh, yep.
Unlucky. Oh no, he should have rolled in for shot at the front, I'd say.
Could be.
Kane's even had to take the specs off to have a look.
I couldn't hear what she said.
It is close.
Desi Khan's drawn a shot just to please his owner in the Calcutta, in the raffle, whatever it is, sweep. Sweep. There was thoughts of a Calcutta, and Derek had it all organised and gone to the government and got everything done, and then it just got too hard.
It's a bit hard with 2 fills.
Well,
Kane,
let's see what happens here.
Just too wide.
Not leather cracker. Hello, Kelly Vardy. Can you tell me how Vards is going?
Kelly.
He is up 11-8 on 10 ends, Kelly. And we haven't been punishing him at all today. No, the Bowls Link scores won't go in until the game's over. But you come and ask us and we'll tell you the scores. We can see all 4 games at the moment.
It's close here.
Onto the jack. Well,
Is that 1 or 2?
did you see that hand go up?
Oh, it looked like 2 to me.
Look like 2.
We'll have a scoreboard attendant do up a scoreboard eventually, but we will put 2 on there at the moment. We'll follow your expert advice.
Well, Kane's about to go and do the board, so we're about to find out.
And Team Shillington has the map.
Yeah, I think they got 2 then.
New leader over on ring 3.
Oh, last time I
Lady-
looked over here, Desi Khan had drawn the shot right on it. But
Yeah, Brandy come back straight after him, mate.
It's only 12-4, so we can take one off the Nelson score.
done.
And there's a much happier lady behind ring 3 now.
She's on the phone, mate.
As Rip draws a ripper.
That's Barry, isn't it?
No. Rip
Oh,
Van
it's
Winkle's
just
the
that Rip.
South African from the other end, and
Oh,
we've got
okay.
the Welshman down this end.
Oh, there. Rip and Barry.
Yep.
South African and Welsh.
Not a bad combination.
If it works.
And we found out this morning that Norrie is
Scottish.
from as high up as you can. Maybe I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow town.
I remember winning the state triples with Dean and Shane Leonard. And he's an Irishman. And it was Friday the 13th.
Shane?
There you go.
Leonard.
Possibly Leonard to most Australians.
Oh, yeah, but it's Leonard. Yeah.
Is that like bucket and bouquet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very similar.
Bouquet.
I reckon we should charge you for this education, Soren.
What, another 5 cents?
Yep. That's one we had yesterday that you didn't know about, Shallow, when everybody's thinking that Sorrow's working for Bowls Queensland, he's getting paid for this job. In actual fact, he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
Yeah, no, I heard that yesterday.
And we were going to form a GoFundMe campaign for him, and I said that
You might have to with this shout.
I would go and try and find 5 cents to start it off. He said, "You got 5 cents?" I said, "I don't know, but I'm going to walk around looking on the ground until I find it."
Just go and get it all out of the tip jar.
No, I said, is it in the ashtray of your car, is it?
Oh, shot by Desi Can. Here comes Rob. But
Good
Touch
shot,
up.
Rob. And something's got to happen, and you made it happen.
yep.
I can take a hint.
Oh, try that one out for size, old son. Almost worth a replay, that one.
At least you got one job right.
Yes. Oh, it's stopping. And it's stopping a fair way up.
A bit of cloud coming in again, Jim. So
Don't change your hand. You want to see what rinks they're playing on next game? There you go. Don't change your hand. He didn't change his hand.
oh,
Wooshka. He knew what that hand was doing. Played 2 sensational bowls, 2 in concussion. Probably should have waited for Sorrow for that one.
for the big word. Well, he's good enough to do it, Jim. So it's
Where
not
is
a-
he
it's
coming
not a
here?
surprise.
Through the middle? Or is he going to try and draw? He'll try and draw. I might have to take my car back to the motel after the first game. Very hard commentating with you two when you can hear ka-chink in the background all the time. And that's not a poker machine,
Hey.
ka-chink either.
There's his payment, mate. He can take his can back and he can get his 10
10
cents.
cents.
That'll be twice the 5p.
Oh,
He's happy with that in a good area.
Up the middle. No, just drawing.
It's a shame we can't have a camera behind every rink because there is some incredible bowls being played across the green.
Desi Khan played 2 bombs in a row.
Well, there from Chris Monk. Oh no.
I've got the big screen in front of me. I haven't been able to watch much of Sarge's game, but he was playing frighteningly well on Friday. He could have been favourite to win this tournament the way he played Friday.
He's 2 down. Chris has still got 1 bowl left. There's a
And Parramatta had their first win.
I can't believe that.
Wowzers.
Bet you didn't pick him in the footy tip.
I bet you I didn't.
Me either.
And the Dolphins, they got up and had their first win. So my tipping this week's as good as last week. I got 2.
Yeah, me too. 2 out of 6.
Cohen Lipton gets the gap. A very small gap. A very small gap too.
What do you got, Dale?
Roberts having a quick run on the forehand here.
Oh,
And nothing really came of it. He might have got second shot.
that was a good bowl. Last bowl of Dale's. He was 3 down and landed the shot bowl for shot.
Looks like shot, doesn't it?
It is now.
Okay. Cohen went through the gap with the first one. He's a bit wider this time. And a bit wider gets him the shot. There was no gap to get through that pace.
Bards and his mate still holding 1 out.
See how many of these forehand shots we can draw.
So I just played a bomb here.
Sarge,
Nearly a back toucher.
how many Ali Shield games have you played in against Sarge?
None.
No.
No, I retired before he more or less started, Jim.
Because he sort of
Well,
played.
wait for this.
Oh,
No. It still went bad.
nearly a Mick Jagger.
Wow. He got it off the sideboard and went 2 down with it. When you're playing a lucky week like that, you should score.
Now, Will
So-
Kane punishing.
Ashton
Is there a
Ingle
bowl in front of that?
Is 11.
Dean and Della 14.
Yep.
14-11 on 12.
I think there's a light green one in front of Kane's bowl here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
there's not.
So it's only one.
That makes it one shot, I guess.
So Peter and Cohen, what's this?
Um,
Can you see?
Litfin and Kane.
Litvin's
That's-
on the left-hand
No,
side.
Peter and Cohen.
that's 11-8 on
Oh.
12.
Yeah, which one's 11?
The one on the left. Oh.
Left's Litfin.
And they are
8, 11. Des is 3 in front.
Goldie from Dino.
and then Chris and Matthew.
Chris and Matthew, that's a good question. Hollywood?
Chris.
I think.
Sarge is on the left.
Sarge is on the left.
8-11.
8-11, and he's holding 1 with 1 bowl to go.
Does that look right to you?
I can't read that.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's old. He's older than he was yesterday.
Hang on, I've got my glasses on my head. Are you? Hang on. Somewhere.
You got 2 sets of glasses.
You sure you're 59, not 69, mate?
No, my sister's 69.
I'll put it up there.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, no, that's right. Perfect.
They might want to make that a little
I'll
smaller.
make it a bit smaller.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it big to begin with.
Because no one's got glasses.
No, everybody likes a big weight.
Stop it.
I didn't see. Judd might have got that kitty round the corner to where Dez's bowl is.
Young Judd.
We need to go down the other end when you're ready. One job.
Mate, one at a time. One thing at a time. Ooh, I think Bonnie might have left that one a bit short.
No, that's the worst bowl I've seen Bonnie put
Yeah.
down. 2 games I've watched.
Relaxing at 13-4 up.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Otherwise I've got my ends right. I don't know whether that buzzed it up.
Yeah, that's right. We've got 12, 4 and 10. And we've got 13, 4 and 11, so that's correct.
Three the difference, three the difference, two the difference. And it looks like Team Shillington is holding.
Kane's coming down nicely here and drawing the shot. Short again, though.
Yeah, 8 inches short.
I was being a little facetious. See, that's a big word for a Sunday morning.
Facetious. What race is that in?
Well, there's a different format.
Close?
Just, he's like, they've been in the area, but they just haven't got the right part of the bowl or the jack when they've required it. A bit like last night's game.
The whizzer.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker for you. You got to save that story for Shillow. And
Right.
Kane's just drawn another one.
Just what you want to see happen when you get a little bit of unhappiness. Everything to get now, but
He's had this opportunity a few times, and he's just missed a ball either side.
Corners, a bowl shy.
And again, he's come under his line on his backhand. When he's played that little backhand runner, he's been underneath more times than wide of it. Barry's calling a very European shot here.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Let's see what Bonnie can do here. She'll more than likely just draw another one in there.
Well, sit that bowl down, trail the kitty 6 inches, make 4.
And she's in the area. Might be just a tad quick.
At least she didn't drop short of jack high.
Yeah, good home up.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine Daniel being short.
I think Cohen's holding here.
Let's hope not.
It's down on a fairly tight line as well. How much weight has he got? It's going to be
Enough.
very close.
Enough to do something.
Fullback. Oh,
Fall
it's
back the
just,
other way, you meant.
it is just not happening for them.
I thought you meant fall back the other way.
I did mean fullback the other way.
Oh, you just jinxed it.
It's
Ashes.
on the right-hand side of your screen if you're looking for the scores.
And the worst part about it is they're 2 or 3 down with Christian to play. You might have 2 to play.
And they're probably 3 down on the head as it stands now too. So big conversion shot required here from Christian.
And 1 from Daniel.
I think Daniel's in a world of hurt.
He's
gonna get past it.
Got around it, straight in the middle. Oh,
Very well. Well, he's got shot now. It's a good shot.
That helps the cause.
he was going to run it straight in the middle. Oof.
Christian went through the hole. didn't he?
Yep, with his hands on his head now.
I think Dale will be leaving that hole open.
I think they're holding 3, maybe 4.
They're holding at least 3, I'd say.
What do you reckon the chances of somebody drawing a shot here, his first go?
What, Kane?
Mm.
Oh, it's always
Pretty
a
much
good
odds on.
chance.
Look at this. Is he up?
No, he turned his back on him and he knew he was short.
He's 2 foot short.
And I was putting blockers in over there.
Well, Roberts on a good line, but whether he's here as well. No, he's going to fall short as well.
A bit like that game on Friday night, Jim, with Gary Andrews and Kane. Gary Andrews is probably wishing he wasn't. He was short.
Yes. Well, we weren't too sure whether that bowl was in, but someone reckoned it was already had 4 shots.
Well, look at Ponce's face.
Christian's
mate, when it was
close
over.
here.
It was-
Oh, sat the outside of it instead of the inside of it. Well, that could be the end of that.
Well, it might be the end of it.
3 out.
3 and a measure for 4, Jenny. So they're going to be
What?
6 or 7 behind with 2 ends to play.
What a comeback from 11-1 down.
3.
11-3 down. Sorry, I was trying to make it for...
No, he just got a 3.
Oh.
Yeah. No, he was 11-4 down.
As soon as you went away from the back of the green, they haven't lost an end.
That's it, mate.
But who would mention that?
You would.
Look at that for a shot. That's just punishment, isn't it?
You'd just shake hands now, wouldn't you?
No, but you're feeling pain when the opposition can be that far in front and play shots like that. Either I've got shorter or that one moved a bit further away.
Mate.
Well, you're nearly sitting in my lap, so I think you've just got close. You've got further away.
He loves you, Hollywood.
14-4, 3 ends to go. They were blessed getting through their nighttime game, and that might stick them in good joy.
Yeah. Usually that little bird on your shoulder sometimes.
Makes a difference.
All times.
The old man used to always talk about the year they won the country pairs. They were 6 behind on the last end in the sectional game and got a 7.
Yeah.
They had to win another 9 games, but they got a chance because
They got a chance.
because they started with a miracle.
You get a lifeline, mate, just take it. Had a few of them over the years.
Best to get a lucky break somewhere.
Well, Sarge must have won the last end. I don't know what he got.
Brownie's up. Don't know what he's hitting.
Oh, he got the split and a big hole.
Well, I suppose Bonnie chopped that kitty with the first one.
Hmm. And one job didn't miss it.
That's
The love's coming
The
in
first-
looking for the jack.
one of the first ends that they haven't been all over it.
It's a one down time now, Jim.
Well, yes, it's a bit of sting. Bit of sting's gone out of the
I think
event.
so.
Young Peter Leon there in the background, lazing around against that. Better not call him young Peter Leon. How about just Peter Leon Jr.?
He was young when you first met him, Jim.
As per normal.
Oh!
What's all? I can't see down there. What's going on?
How's right deal?
How's my team going?
What's your team?
I've drawn Desi in the sweep.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing for $1,000. Well, maybe 100.
You better take that car home, Jim.
I might get paid.
Might find that 5
You
cents.
might find that 5
Good
cents.
ball here.
Yeah, good shot.
Oh, Kane's down on a nice line again too.
Well, why wouldn't he be?
Things are rosy at the moment. Having a bonny of a time.
Oh, sorry.
But he's still not happy, Sorrow. It wasn't where he wanted it.
And he's just missed
Feather.
tight again on his backhand.
Rip just hit that one out.
And his side just holding 4 shots here, I'd say.
I don't wish any harm to Cohen.
Yes, you do.
You just want to
Normally I wouldn't.
The old dollar.
So how'd you go on the putt yesterday?
Me,
Yeah.
I lost $8.
$8.
Yeah, but if you had a back to whiz,
Well, I won 40.
Don't bring that up.
Should have got your tips off Dean yesterday. Made you come up with $700.
I'd backed 4 or 5 losers before I could read my tips properly.
Mine is still running from 2 months ago, and they're going E-or.
I didn't have a bet. I was strong.
Good man. Okay, what's Dan got going here?
Well, he's up.
Wait.
Wooshka?
Back cut.
Not today.
If they go 12 in front with 2 ends to play, they might wind down.
Oh, they might as well play back. Saves them to carry him.
Chris Monk's just gonna drew another one in his. Bards is looking at 5 down at the moment.
What's the?
Sarge's
Cohen's a
looking
lot
5 down
closer.
or 5 up.
Cohen's a lot closer this time, isn't he?
What's Bards got here? What a shot.
Right.
5 down to 1 up.
Bard's did.
Yep.
Well, lucky Junior Thane's not commenting because
He won't.
Oh, there's the result.
He
yes,
might have to go back to BWS, I think, Jim.
Yeah.
He's probably riding out by now.
He probably doesn't need any more Coke Zero. Toucha.
well, here comes Barry. He's got to play something good here. 3 down, and the opposition have a toucher.
They've stood up pretty quickly.
He's still got a bowl to play.
Well, the licorice all sorts are still looking good.
Oh, you mean
It's the only way I can describe them. Orange green with a little bit of licorice in between the colours.
Kane got the jack? Now he's got his own bowl. Wasn't quite here. What's happening down that ring? Shall I?
No, he can't. Brownie's in the road. The Jack's in the ditch, so they're either. There's one out. Or which,
I think that's game, set and match over there.
yeah, it looks like it.
2 shots.
9, 10, 11, so.
Puts them 8 in front with 1 end to play.
Yep.
One would think they'd be favourite from that position.
No, they're having a go.
They're going to play.
This could be maybe your father's favourite when you got through the country pairs.
Yeah, 8 for an extra end. That's Alan Semgreen. Alan Semgreen holds that record. 8 behind, killed it 5 times and got an 8.
The opposition had somewhere to be.
It got dark. They didn't know what was going on.
When I first joined Belmont, Wally Patel asked me to sub in a Falls final at Belmont. And we were 7 behind, 1 end to go.
That's
And we got an 8.
Yep.
That's Brownie.
Yeah, they've shaken hands on rink 3, so the forgetful sons have got through.
Forgetful sons. Oh, sorry.
That's right, they're buying beer all day, so.
Well, now that they've got a bit more prize money,
Pretty stupid of anybody to say they were going to buy beer for you all day.
that's a lot of beer.
Dale's already given me 50, so
Yeah, well-
I'll back him up for another one.
Well, I was going to say that'd nearly be gone. Good shot here.
Well, that's two ain't enough though, Jim.
2 is nowhere near enough.
That one would have already been in over here.
14-6 on 13.
8 the diff.
Anyone going to go against me and saying this will be the last end?
From what we've seen in the last couple of games that I've watched, mate, they get their money's worth. Well, they made sense on ranked threes. They didn't play the last end over there. So.
We're still measuring down here.
Still going, mate.
Jimmy's got his heart in his mouth at the moment. There's,
Well, I don't remember the last time I didn't cheer for Cohen. Oh yes, when he played John twice in a row in the district sides. John was pretty pleased with drawing Cohen every time that we played.
Good to see you.
You want to swap that from one end to the other? One job's disappeared.
yeah, I'm not sure if I'm that keen on it.
We'll just call him from here.
Don't even ask me.
He's back.
Who's back?
Yeah. Oh, I'll switch it over.
I was going to push the right one too.
Well, we were just going to.
That's scary.
We're just going to say that Bonnie has drawn one within about 18 inches without being able to see anything, and we'd have been right. Daniel's improved here. He didn't like his first one.
You want to press that?
He didn't like his first one.
One job's all over it.
I'm hoping that you'll be calling me 10 jobs by the time I finish here this weekend.
I can't praise you up too much.
Apparently that's
We're going
Have you
pretty
not
hard.
worked? Have you not worked out how the commentary works in this room?
We're going pretty hard giving him one job.
Do you want me to pick your bets for you, Jim?
Oh, we haven't got to that story yet. We're saving that for the next round. Back trotters at 60 to 1.
And only because of the name. Oh my God.
So what is the draw? Who plays who in the next round?
It's on Bowlsling.
Yeah, good on you.
It's on the board in there actually.
No, it's in front of you.
No, that's yesterday's.
Oh,
That was.
Oh yes, yeah.
sorry.
As I see it, Sarge wins. He'll play Kane.
Kane.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment it's not.
Yeah, definitely. These are the two. You play the winner of Ring 4,
I don't.
or you, Team Shillington. Well, I never. Somebody's going to come in. Oh no, he's short. I'd get up in for that one, Bonnie.
Someone help me out.
Cohen's drawn another toucher.
I think Norrie's taken control of that match. They had the opportunity of. The Sergeant Rink had an opportunity of getting into the back into the match, but then Vard's played an absolute cracker, and there's not a bad bowl from Robert.
Geez, he's quick with that toucher button now, isn't it?
Oh, mate, he's copped enough flack over it. So oh, has he got the jack?
No gap.
You have to get a gap graphic.
Now, I'm not sure how many that is on the Cohen Lipton game. They're for the difference last end and they're holding 2 or 3. Maybe that other shot bowl is Judd's. That one lurking in behind. That's where he wanted to put it.
Right, Bard's coming up to the mat. See what he's got.
It's a good shot. You can see everything.
Daniel's on a good line here.
Heading the right way.
Well,
That's 3.
that's
Very good, mate. 2 4s will be the same as the
one
last night game on Friday.
how's your speed here, Bonnie? Are you going to get a clear road?
Yep, she rounded. She's got to get the inside.
Little edge of that.
Had to get the inside.
That's certainly a help.
I don't really think they need help, sorry.
No, not really.
Brownies played weight at the head and missed. So they've got 3 bowls to manufacture a 4. So Cohen's called him up to have a bit of a peek. And Cohen looked at it and shook his head, said it doesn't look any better from here.
Daniel, are you going to slip underneath there and get that solid, or are you going to go through the gap? Oh, you didn't need that. Ooh.
Oh,
Wow. Wicks in a candle factory.
I knew it was coming.
That's like playing snooker like Roberto.
More wicks in a candle factory is sorrows. I wasn't going to say it.
Just pushed it a little wide again, but
Oh no, she comes off this.
she does
side
like the
line.
edges. Oh, no, you're not going to turn it in.
No, she's... Ooh, little head spin there.
The crickets are chirping.
A response to Jim C's joke.
Well, Brownie's been down to have a look. About 3 minutes of looking. And now he's going to play something. With weight.
Not a lot.
One would have thought that was weight with a wind-up. The only weight was the weight for it to get to the other end.
This looks like it's a little tight.
Play those crickets again.
Oh, he's got some weight on this. I could see what he was trying to achieve, but
Well, he's trying to score
I thought
6
he-
shots
there was a couple
by
of ends.
playing that one out.
There was a couple of ends earlier he could have played that way.
Bards.
Heard a little bit of Vards there.
Got excited.
He got excited.
This is still there.
Could be 3.
He pokes that bowl through that hole cleanly and stays in the head. He can make 5.
Chris Monk's bowl being shot. And Desi Khan goes to the spot.
Here we go. Roberts down. This one looks very.
definitely
Oh, it's going to hold. He's got the
in
jack.
ditch. And makes 4.
No, that's Bonnie's bowl there. I didn't think it was going to be all that good for them.
Oh, I didn't count on that one. Oh, another head spin.
You right there, James?
He needs some fluid.
Need some medicine?
Cohen's got to do something spectacular here,
Which he can do.
which he is going
What,
to
he's
do.
very close.
Got the jack. No, he hasn't.
No. Oh.
Probably missed it by an inch. Maybe an inch and a half.
He missed. Well, that was.
I'm not sure what that was. Is that a blocker?
I'm thinking it was a slip.
You don't often see Kane bowl a bowl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metres short.
5.
Well, 2 to the 6
2 to the
foot
tee,
line.
and
At least 5 metres short.
I think that's 2.
Now, how many are these?
Only the 2, I think. Bonnie's shaking her head. Nope. 4. There must have been 2 touches in the ditch, were there? Must have been 2 in the ditch.
Well, wasn't far off being 6.
Yeah, it was close
4.
to 6.
There we go.
There you go, 2 4s make 8. You're right, Jim.
You're right, mate. All right, Cullen's got the jack somewhere.
2 4s nearly always make 8.
I just wanted to see the last end get played. Give the viewers
We're on
something to have a look at.
So we're not too sure. We think Vards went through because they lost 2 or 3 that end and they were 4 in front.
Yeah, it looks like Sarge's one, and I think Desi Cairns one.
No, I think Sarge went down, didn't
Yes, I think so. I think he went down by 1.
he? Yeah, Norrie got
Why
up.
did he put a block red for?
Oops. Wonder
No, it's a setup, sorry, mate. Get it behind first, mate. Trial it later.
correct. And Bonnie's back true to form.
She'll just cover that one.
Was that a bell?
That was a bell.
So what do you think the final score is on those other 2 rings then?
I don't know.
Which, the lead didn't change, they did it.
I don't know about that either.
No,
We're not sure about the Sarge Norrie game
Just 2 seconds.
because I know that
Oh,
Chris Monk and Sarge had at least. I thought they probably had 3. I don't know. We didn't really see the bumps come down.
we should have sent the roving reporter out with the microphone.
We haven't done any of that because we haven't got anybody who looks as good as Lindsay Armitage.
Sarge
Lindsay
won.
Clark.
What was
Sarge
that?
won.
And there's one.
So
Well, there you
Sarge
go.
got 3 on the last end to win by 1.
Actually, he said 5, but he only took 3. So. And Desi's score was 13-11.
Beautiful. Very well roved. Comes under that. We won't be too far out.
Oh, we didn't need to touch the jack.
Yeah.
So is that right?
Perfect.
Good job there.
Good job, 2 jobs.
One man, one job, Jim.
You didn't tell me that I didn't have your mic up.
Oh, sorry. I told you nothing, Wayne.
No?
I can't figure out how Kane dropped 5 metres short if he was 4 down and 2
No,
metres. He
that's,
was nearly 6 down.
That was a bit
He's
intriguing.
trying to make a game out of it.
Yeah.
He just wanted to keep us out of the bar
How's he going to do that?
by keeping them on the green that much longer. Well, it's keeping you out of the bar anyway.
Oh, here comes Robert.
Around that
Land the
ball.
ball.
Land the ball.
Ah.
Land the ball. Measure.
Fell in.
Fell back in. Save the measure.
Kane's short again.
Kane scratched those last 3 bowls he's played. Has he been hit with a rock?
Trying to create something here.
Kane's not going to make an thrilling finish like Friday night.
Friday night.
Whoa, that was close.
Yeah, I watched the replay of it when I got home.
Ah,
Yeah, you didn't do the last 4 ends or something.
No,
was it?
sorry, mate.
We allowed, if you started mowing greens at 5:30 in the morning, we allowed you a little bit of leeway.
Thank you, James.
Not much leeway.
It's only a very small gap for him to come through here.
Well,
He's give it some, so he's given it a chance. By the look, once he gets to his own
Gets
bowl,
under.
he's another bowl up.
Oh, another 2 bowls into the head.
Yep.
And now a clear path to that bowl, so I think I was going to say, because when he was waving backhand, I was
come
thinking,
over
whoa.
and sit that lob on those 2 jack-high bowls wouldn't hurt anybody.
Well,
so just set the scene there for someone who's just tuned in. What's the situation?
the situation is that the 4 down on the head, the Brigelia and Hollingsworth, 4 down on the match, they're 1 down on the head with 4 seconds. So Bonnie's really needing to get another bowl in the head here to really shore it up, and she's on a good line, on a very good line.
Send a lob on those 2 bowls, and she's a little quick.
Yeah.
It's not quite where they wanted it, but
Anyway, pressure time here.
Fair attempt.
Daniel needs to play an absolute cracker here and then have Kane fall short twice again. But Bonnie's still got the winning pill in her hand.
That's a better line.
He's still leaning on it to want to bend.
It's bending.
Not enough though.
Great attempt.
I'll back Bonnie in here.
Shaking his head.
Who's shaking their head?
Dan was shaking his head.
Give it a chance, mate. That was the main thing.
Shani has to arrive on that
Similar
line.
weight to her last, and she's all over it.
Shani has to arrive on that line to be money.
Geez, that didn't turn much, did it? But it's in a good spot. Very helpful. Yeah, the hat comes off.
It's 4th shot, which
So
probably enough to win.
Robert is
4th shot.
part of the jack and the bowl.
Yes.
Then we have Team Shillington playing Percy and Khan in the semi-final.
You've organised it well, Jim. See that the live stream rig is the one that's last.
One that's still playing. That's just a sheer accident, and you know it.
Well, they haven't been coming from out that far.
Not with that little bit of weight.
That was overdone, I think.
Not sure they've got enough
It
bowls.
just fell in.
Bit overcooking.
Not sure they've got enough bowls to score 4.
I don't think Kane's going to be short with this one. He's right on line here.
Yeah.
He's going to slip through the hole too.
Not far through the hole, but
Far enough.
didn't hurt.
Still gives him a chance.
He's got to get those 2 bowls. You've got to hit the got to hit the edge of that one to kick that one out to the left and across and sit that and make 5.
I've seen you do it, Jimmy.
Did it in a dream one night. Problem waking up. And he's got to hit enough of that jack-high bowl to get him across at right angles.
Oh, he's only got to come
Well,
off it.
see what he's got.
Well, it's
He needs a fair bit of weight. He's going to go big. He needs a fair bit of weight.
Ooh.
He's going to go big enough.
Oh, just come out bad. Come out bad.
Yes, he didn't get it.
shake hands. Well done.
Oh,
Okay, so we'll see Sargent playing Nelson, and we'll see Shillington playing Khan in about
Which one are we going to stream?
20 minutes or so.
Can we get the camera set up so that we can watch both?
Where doing the one that wasn't on the thing. So we're playing
Khan.
Shillington and Carn on rank 6, and the other game on rank 4. And I probably need to
Happy days. Good game.
go for a drive. Maybe.
Is it lunch after this game or lunch after the next one?
Not lunch yet. Thank you, linesman. Thank you, boy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a cracker. That one will get watched over and over, and again, that's good. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you've been watching on the Jindalee Bowls Club Facebook page, it's also available on Bowls Promo TV. Probably handy to know because, as you know, Facebook's changing the rules as of the middle of the year. It will keep live streams for only 1 month. So there'll be a permanent record over on Bowls Promo TV. The telecast, all the equipment is because of my side company, bowlspromogear.com.au, where there's a collection of stuff I've done for bowls clubs over the last 25 years. It's not the best site, but it's just a little collection. All I hope is you look through it and you go, oh, well, if Wayne's done that, maybe he can do this other idea we have. Okay, we'll be back in, I guess, 20 minutes. I've got to move cameras and all sorts of stuff.